friends, it's Kelly and welcome to my channel. And today there's a super fun new challenge and it's the hashtag Can You Say Napkins. And this is a wonderful open collaboration with Susan from Hiles Art and Joann Junk Journal Treasures and Turquoise Dreaming with Cherie. And this is a 3-week segment and this is week number 1, and for this week it is all about creating a collage with our napkins. And this is something that everyone has probably in your craft stash and something that you can bring to the craft table and really turn it from something like this into something like this. And this is my collage. I decided to turn mine into a card this week, and then I will make one with you on camera. This was very, very easy to do, and I really love the end result. And a couple of little things that I would do, I'll tell you about as we go along. But for the first attempt at making this, which is this one, I just absolutely love the overall look, and there's a lot of ways to make it your own, so definitely stay along to let's see how we make this. This is a greeting card. Of course, I love to make my cards, and instead of just doing the napkin, I decided to make the collage with a book page underneath so that all of the words of the story would shine through. And then I just added on a little sentiment. Of course, I love my little sentiments that are ready to go. I did use some twine, and this is the only thing that I had on hand. I had some gray and some purple and some dies. I did use some dies. My dies are from Sunny Stamp Studios, and they're the large book stitch. And then, of course, lots and lots of foam and some Mod Podge and cardstock. So let's make the next one. These are actually some gorgeous, gorgeous napkins that were left from my granddaughter's party. Her original party was going to be mermaid themes, and we had everything bought and ready to go. And then at the last minute, we decided, or she decided, it was going to be an entirely different theme. So I had already bought all of the things for her party, and I am so glad for that because I have all of these wonderful treasures. This is one of the ones that she ended up having, so I'm going to use that one in the future and also probably in the next week. So the first thing I did to save a little time is I already had everything pre-cut. I am using 110-pound white Recollections cardstock. I already pre-cut the panel that's going to go on the top, and that's the one where the napkin is going to be wrapped around. And then I have this one already pre-cut, and this is just a page from a book. I actually chose a book on purpose that has a mermaid-y, watery theme to it, and so I flipped open to a couple of pages that had talked about writing and got those out. Someone was talking about a lagoon, one was talking about swimming, this one's talking about tidal streams. So I tried to pair the word with what the napkin was saying, and I thought that was a great match. Then I realized I was supposed to be going vertical, and everything I cut out was horizontal. So we're just gonna roll with this and hopefully it says something fun. Have you ever done those, like you're doing a project and you reach for the old newspaper that you've saved and then suddenly you find yourself actually reading the articles? Sometimes I'm supposed to be painting and I'm there reading the newspaper. Oh my goodness. So the basic thing is to first put down a layer of Mod Podge. The only thing that I like to do here, since this part isn't going to be Mod Podged, is give it a little bit of just some glue from your adhesive, and just for me it works faster and much easier. This is a little bit of a messy project. It helps to also have a heat gun handy and a glass mat, or you can use your, if you have, yeah, still have one, mine still have the staycation. This also helps, it helps with the cleanup. So the first thing that I like to do is just give this a little bit of Mod Podge. You don't need a lot here at this part of it, you just need enough for it to stay down. And I actually was watching another YouTuber a couple of months ago where she said something really, really neat, and it just resonated with me, that sometimes when you do this, you see these bubbles up, and I think sometimes you just can't fight them. You just gotta let them be. And she said it gives it texture. I actually think it gives it, as I call it, drama. It gives it some drama. So I am going to set this here I really love this mermaid tail, but I also love this coral, and I love the parts of the bottom of this, so I don't mind that part of it is missing a little bit of the tail, because I really want to get some of this in here as well. Then you just set it down. And this, of course, being paper, is a little sensitive to work with, so you do have to be a little bit quick. And then I like to add a little bit of adhesive back to the back here, make sure that it really stays put. But this is a really super fun open collaboration, and if you're like me, I have so many napkins left over from Thanksgiving still. I still have some from our New Year's and from our Christmas, and I always like to keep one. I used to keep it for the scrapbooking, I used to keep it for decor, I used to keep it for the memories, but now I realize I'm keeping them for all of the art that I'm doing and the different projects. So when I saw this open collaboration pop up, I was following Susan's post and the announcement that it was upcoming, and I said, oh, I'm gonna be there for that. That sounds something that's like right up what I would love to do. This is one of those fun art projects, or one of those fun arts that I don't mind doing that's not perfect. Normally I like to have my things all nice and symmetrical, nice and neat, everything right where it's supposed to be. But this is one of those ones where I'm okay if it's a little bit wonky, if my edges aren't exactly that straight. Note to self, buy some more Mod Podge. And then for this one, I let it really be that word that I love to use so much, organic. Like when I'm working with acrylics or when I'm doing any kind of watercoloring, I let it do its thing. I let it work organically and naturally. And if my edges are off a little bit in the end, then my edges are off a little bit. So it looks something like that. And this is what she was saying, the other artist, that you will sometimes get these little folds. You can try and get them down. I think this is probably gonna just mess with it a little bit more than I want, so I'm just gonna leave it, and gives it character, gives it some drama. So that's this one. I will be literally right back in 2 seconds. Here is the book if you want to look at it. I'm going to go ahead and heat this with the heat gun. All right, I am back. I don't think that dried all the way. Because this is a napkin, I didn't want it to over dry and get too overheated, but I really love to let these dry on their own naturally in the air. For me, you just get really the best result. But I'm going to go ahead and finish this one with you all. So again, I love my Dollar Tree foam. This stuff works fantastic. And this is just to pop it up and give it a little dimension. So right about there. And for this one, it does feel a little bit tacky still, so I think this needed a little bit more time to dry. So like I said, I love to let them dry outside, or I love to let them, it takes 5 minutes, or put them on the table and come back an hour later and it'll be dry. So this one, I'm just gonna cover the entire back panel I think on this one I just have a strip here, here, and here, but I'm going to give this one a little bit extra because this one will probably be going in the mail. So I hope everybody is doing really, really wonderful. I love messy art. This one isn't too messy, but it's definitely with the Mod Podge and the water. I actually last night did a project where I did not have enough Mod Podge, so I had to go really old school. I had to get out the Elmer's glue and do the half water, half glue, and I had to make my own Mod Podge. So that was a lot of fun. So just like that, I'm going to put a little bit of extra glue, like extra foam. And then this is the front, and this is what I love about this. You have the collage of the matching of the paper. You have the matching of the words below. It's even peeking through the colors of the paper. So you could do this on quite a few. And I just absolutely think this gives us such a unique and wonderful look. Otherwise, it would just be, you know, the napkin, which in itself is beautiful as well. So you have that there. Then of course you put something behind, give it a little extra drama. So this is my card base. I'm just going to take off all of the foam. I can't wait to see what everyone else is making. This is going to be such a fun little blog hop around. I know that this is the first week and we are doing collages, different collage projects. I think that's hanging out just a little too much. And then next week is tags and pockets. And following that is going to be my favorite, and that's going to be adding a napkin to a journal. And I already am super excited for that one. I have my journal, which is the one of the 52 of 50, of 52 of 22 I've been working on. I really have to share that here as well. Okay, so there is the card base, the card top, and the collage, and the napkin. This is really, really groovy. I love the colors. I love this little mermaid theme, and I'm going to keep it the same. It's going to use this one, but I think I like this bright splash from the purple. It gives it that little girly touch. And then for this was not staying put, so I had to use a little bit of, I do something like this, kind of drag it through, something like that, and then again just let it wind up and drop it down. Drop it like it's hot. Give this a little extra twirl, something like that without covering up the tail. There we go. And then hopefully this will dry clear because I'm going to give this a little bit of adhesive down below, something like that. And then I'll do the same thing over on this side. And I'm not too worried because I am going to put a sentiment here, so I think it'll cover it up. There you go. So what do you think so far? I'm loving these bright turquoise with this vibrant purple. And then for this one, I had pre-cut one of these. I think that's going to be really nice. I think I'm actually going to whack off the edge of this one. Let me do it in the trimmer. There we go. Sorry, I keep disappearing. And then this one, I had a small foam somewhere. Every time I go to Dollar Tree, I try to pick one of these up because they are amazing. And they also don't last as long as my wheel used to last. I used to get that steering wheel, the one from from Amazon, and I haven't got that in forever. The price had gone sky high during the whole pandemic. So we found other ways to make it work, right, my friends? So this one says, sending happy thoughts. And both of these are very generic. These can go to, you know, your best friend. These can go to your loved ones. You can send this to family here or here. Let's see. I think I'm going to go a little bit higher with this one and put this one. There's tiny little threads and fibers, so when you touch one of these, especially with something sticky, it follows you. These tiny, teeny, tiny little fibers. Okay, I think this is going to go here. I get one shot at this. One shot. right about there. And there you go. From a napkin to a card. I think on this one I might try to add a little sparkle. I think that might be pretty. Let's see if this will work. Let's add a little bit, a teeny tiny bit of sparkle, just to give it a little something extra. So I'm gonna put that one there. I like to tuck them under just a little bit. Nope, that's not it. And unfortunately, because there's a napkin underneath, you can't really move this around too much because it will definitely rip. So I think that's too big. I wish I had some smaller ones. That would have been really pretty. All right, so let's do one down here. That'll start off the whole thing. Trying not to rip the paper. So that'll go there. And then we'll put 2 up here on the little bubbles. I love that. That would be cute with a little diamond, a little sequin that sparkles. That'd be really, really pretty. And then 1 here. And I wonder if my little granddaughter will recognize these. I'm going to show her these because originally she said mermaid party. We showed her this, what do you think? And she loved it. She didn't want the Ariel mermaid party. She wanted just a mermaid. And we were going to do the whole pool and jump in and out and have a whole mermaid theme. But then we were on our way to Walt Disney World and she had a different idea. All right, so there we go. Perfect. And there you go, 2 little napkins. And this is week number 1 of the hashtag Can You Say Napkins. And this was a lot of fun. So take your old napkins, start saving them, keep them, because there are so many different projects that you can do. And I have an entire stack of 20. And this was one of a couple packs, and then the second mermaid one. The other one is a full mermaid on the front. But I was inspired by these colors. I loved the fuchsia, the purple, the teal, the turquoise. Loved it. So I thought this was the one to work with for this week. So there you go, from napkin to card making. Thanks so much for watching, my friends. I really appreciate it. And if you like this video, you could give it a thumbs up. And of course, always subscribe to my channel, and it'll let you know when new videos are up. And it also helps me find your channel, and I can go and subscribe to yours as well. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on my next one. Bye-bye.